If you're new to my channel, one of my goals as a YouTuber is to help out others as much as I can. I've already covered all the humiliation challenges, which unlocks the Joker helmet. I also covered all the MAAWS and Mayhem launcher challenges, and I've done various other random challenges as well. All of these, of course, can be found in the video description or in playlists on my channel. But now it's time to cover a new series of challenges, and these are by far my favorite ones. But let me warn you, they are all extremely difficult. You need a lot more skill to achieve these, but that's what I'm here for, to help make them a bit easier. The challenges I refer to, of course, are the killer challenges. The first thing you'll notice is that the game screenshot of the Killer Exo is wrong. For some reason, despite this being one of the best looking exosuits in the entire game, they thought it would be funny to troll everyone with this fake picture that looks like absolute wank on the cob. Seriously, what is this? Why would they think anyone would want to complete these challenges for such a bland looking exosuit? This, of course, is what the exosuit really looks like. It's well worth the effort of at least attempting to get these very difficult challenges done. So let's start with a tough one first. The Brutal Killer Challenge. Earn a Brutal medal, which is 25 kills without dying. Oddly, there's no 30 kill streak challenge in this group. This is the highest kill streak you have to go on for the killer challenges. Thankfully, it's not a 25 gun streak, but rather a 25 streak, which means score streaks count towards this challenge. First, let's talk game mode. If you're on the current gen console, Ground War is your best bet. Even if you've never been a fan of Ground War, it's much easier to complete this challenge there. And in particular, Ground War Domination. In Ground War, it's very difficult for people to single you out when you have 8 teammates. Playing from the shadows, so to speak, is what we're striving for to achieve this challenge. Not to mention that the additional enemies will allow score streaks the opportunity for even more kills. If you're on the last gen consoles, I just recommend Domination. It's the easiest mode to achieve score streaks in. With that said, let's talk a class setup. In my opinion, you absolutely need Hardline. Even the slightest bit of assistance achieving score streaks will help. There are some that argue that Blast Suppressor or Toughness are more important, but I disagree for this challenge. At least hear my strategy out first. So you must run 4 score streaks. Getting a 25 gun streak in this game is mind-boggling hard. Getting a 25 streak with score streaks, however, is not that difficult. So for the first score streak, I recommend the UAV with extra assists and extra time. With Hardline, this shouldn't be that hard to achieve, especially after capping the initial flag in Domination. For score streak 2, the Assault Drone with rockets. One of the keys to earning a 25 streak with score streaks is by finding an extremely safe spot to hide your body if you plan on using streaks that take you out of body. If you're a master of doing this, stick with just the rockets module. If you find yourself getting killed while you're out of body, run the rockets module and the AI controlled module. Just be warned that a lot of people love to run Blind Eye, rendering this useless. For score streak 3, I recommend the Vulcan with extra burst, another extra burst, and extra time. That'll give you 3 bursts, all with extended time. In Ground War, depending on the map, you can get up to 2 to 5 kills a burst. That equals 6 to 15 kills for 1 score streak. I've noticed that hardly anyone runs the Vulcan. And chances are, if you do see a Vulcan being used, it's from a care package. And the Vulcan out of the care package only gives 1 burst. So no one is expecting a second burst, much less a third one. I've noticed your enemies will run out in the open after the first burst, thinking the coast is clear. However, if this score streak is too hard to achieve, then remove one of the bursts. It's still effective with just 1 extra burst and extra time. For score streak 4, I recommend the Orbital care package with double tap, support, and extra odds. Now, a lot of you may question this choice, but hear me out. Any offensive score streak out of the care package will count towards this challenge. Sure, you run the risk of getting a recon drone, a system hack, a UAV, or a crappy remote turret, but you also have the chance of getting a bombing run, a souped-up Warbird, or even a Paladin. Not to mention that some map-based score streaks, such as the Walker tanks, can rack you up some massive kills. So by running this, you'll get the chance of receiving a higher-up streak for free, basically. And that's why I don't recommend running the higher up streaks yourself, such as the Paladin. Why try to achieve it when you can get it for free out of the care package? Not to mention that the higher up streaks in care packages come with 3 modules on them most of the time, which of course, if you run that yourself, costs a boatload of points to achieve. Now as for a weapon, attachments, and perks, whatever your best loadout is, use it. Any of the top tier weapons will work, such as the Insanity, the Speakeasy, the Hole Puncher, the Obsidian Steed, or what have you. Whatever the current best gun you have is, I'd recommend using that. Now if you have any points left over, I'd recommend running the Stinger to help you acquire score streaks faster. Once you get good at spotting the UAVs, the Stinger nets you at least a free 150 points towards streaks. So the key to this strategy is to first earn your UAV and call it in immediately to help you get to the rest of your streaks. Once you earn your assault drone and your Vulcan, save them. You'll want to wait until you get the orbital care package, see what you get out of it, and then call them all in at once from a safe location. And this is the key to earning a brutal medal. You have to find a very peculiar spot where you can continue to call in streak after streak and remain safe. I'll give you one example, as I don't want to expose all the good spots or everyone will start looking there. And this one is probably one you've seen or used before yourself. It's on the map Solar on the top ledge in that enclosed room. I can't recall a single time where I've died using an out-of-body score streak here. Unless, of course, you're playing hardpoint, since this room is a hardpoint rotation. So it's locations like these where you want to hide. Typically, everyone will be too worried about the objective to play hide and seek with you. So once you're in your safe spot and you have all your streaks, call in the assault drone first. You should get anywhere between 5 to 10 kills, depending on if you're in ground war and on the map. Then you'll want to call in the Vulcan for around 3 to 9 kills. Then call in whatever you get from your care package. However, if you happen to get a streak that is AI controlled from the care package, such as the Warbird or the assault drone, call those in first. By this point, you should be extremely close to cycling back through your score streaks, and hopefully at least halfway towards your brutal medal as well. You should definitely have another UAV, and you should call it in immediately. And remember, this particular UAV is designed for your teammates to do the work for you. You need to stay back in the shadows. Don't risk your streak by going for gun kills. Again, the UAV streak will just aid you in getting these other streaks faster because of the extra time and extra assist points. If you're a skilled enough player and you think you can earn it, you can also add the Scrambler module on it. But without the support module, this is kind of tough. I mentioned the Scrambler because using it before you call in your other streaks is immensely helpful. People won't know where you're attacking them from, especially with the assault drone and the Vulcan. So to reiterate, the goal here is to first earn your streaks and then find a secluded place where no one should be looking for you. Then you should call in your streaks in rapid succession. If you're an average to below average player and can't earn streaks very easily, that's where the orbital care package and hardline come into play. I should note that you shouldn't be afraid to camp your dick off in this scenario. Use very cautious tactics. For example, don't cap flags in the open by yourself. Wait for some of your teammates to cap a flag and then bandwagon on there and retreat to safety. You need to play it very slow, picking off unaware enemies and then retreat again. Always retreat. The goal here isn't to rack up gun kills, it's to earn your streaks and hide like a coward and get as many kills from streaks as you can. Another tactic for struggling players is to use the start of round 2 to your advantage. When the end of round 1 draws near, play very cautiously as I just mentioned. Try to get 1 to 3 kills and then hide for the rest of the match. Upon round 2, you'll get that 200 free points for the initial flag cap and should be well on your way to the UAV. Which, of course, should lead to the rest of your streaks in no time. My tactics here cater towards the lesser skilled players, which is why I recommend the care package in the first place. It helps you earn those higher up streaks for free, basically, as I said earlier. By the time you cycle through all your streaks, provided you're still alive, you should be very close to getting them all again. And if you can achieve this, you should be well on your way to the brutal medal. I did want to make mention that if you call in an out-of-body score streak, such as the manually controlled assault drone with rockets, even if your body gets found and killed, the kills you get in that streak still count for the medal. So for example, let's say you're on a 15 kill streak. You then call in your assault drone with rockets and take control of it. While you're flying around in the assault drone, someone finds your body and kills you. Let's say you also get 10 kills while flying around in the drone. Even though you died, you'll still get the brutal medal upon respawning. And if my cautious tactics fail you, then I have one more other trick up my sleeve. Unfortunately, it requires the second DLC, which is called Ascendance, and specifically the map Site 244. Simply play this map and run the care package with support and double tap. You don't need better odds for this. Chances are you'll get the map-based score streak, which is the Super Serum. From what I can tell, this gives you quite a bit of additional health and every perk you aren't currently running. But more importantly, it gives you a constant threat detection type effect, so you know exactly where everyone is at all times. And these, of course, are the ingredients to success. I'd recommend using a gun with a high ammo count, such as a heavy weapon, prior to calling this in. This, of course, will help you get kills faster since you're not wasting time by reloading. Hopefully one of these two methods will allow you to get your 25 kill streak. Just remember to play it cautious. Advanced Warfare is a very fast-paced game, which makes players want to rush to the action immediately. But when you're going for such a difficult challenge, you have to take your time and play cautious. And again, if all else fails, try utilizing the Super Serum score streak on the map Site 244. It basically gives you almost godlike capabilities. Allow me to close by leaving you a clip of just how powerful this Super Serum can be. I achieve a 25 kill streak in less than 2 minutes. And I'm just an average to above average player. So if I can do it, you can do it. Either way, you need a bit of luck to complete this challenge.